everyone, Tim Schofield here, and it's time to take a look at the latest flagship laptop from Samsung, the Galaxy Book 4 Ultra. So this is the top tier of the Galaxy Book 4 lineup. However, there's multiple models, including a 360-degree model, a Pro model, so you can really find a laptop that fits your needs from Samsung. And these all have the brand new Intel Core Ultra processors inside. Now we're gonna take a quick look at what comes in the box and then of course get some hands-on with this flagship laptop, including a new display that has an anti-glare technology. So I'm excited to really test that out with its 16-inch 3K display AMOLED. Now, I'm also gonna be editing this video on this laptop. So everything I'm filming and shooting and editing together will be done on this laptop so we can really test it out. I'll even do some gaming as well because there is an NVIDIA graphics card inside this specific model. All right, let's get into it. Unboxing of the Galaxy Book 4 Ultra. Let's get started. Here is the Galaxy Book 4 Ultra from Samsung in Moonstone Gray, and they even sent the Intel Core Ultra 9 model, so the highest model that you can even get. Let's see what we get inside. First of all, our laptop, we're gonna set that to the side for a second. There was a little envelope with booklets inside. You do also get a USB Type-C to Type-C cable for charging and your charging brick, which is fairly large, but it's actually a little bit thinner than I was expecting, but that makes sense because you have a GPU to power along with everything else in the laptop. In case you're wondering, it uses Samsung super fast charging, and there is the specs of the brick. All right, on to what you came to see. Let's take it out of the paper. It's nice they're using paper and not plastic to wrap their tech products. And there it is. I really do like this color a lot. It's a little bit lighter than previous grays that Samsung's used. And depending how the light hits it, that Samsung logo sort of shimmers a different color. I actually really like that touch that they've added. As always in my laptop videos, the one-handed opening test to begin. This better pass or we're gonna have some problems. So opening it up, yes, it passed very easily. Generally, laptops of this size will pass. It's always the smaller ones that sometimes have a little bit of trouble. Anyways, I'm gonna turn on the Book 4 Ultra with that power button that's right in the upper right-hand corner, which also couples as a fingerprint scanner. As you can see, you can actually peel that off. But we're gonna take a closer look at the hardware. With the laptop closed, you have an HDMI port, two USB Type-C lightning ports, looks like a status light, and then you'll notice it sort of raises up that bottom because there's a speaker right down here, and then moving along towards the front, you got a couple microphones on that top lid with a notch to open it up, and then along the right side, same thing, same deal with the speaker, and a micro SD card slot, plus a USB Type-A port and a headphone jack. This will come in handy because my little pocket camera here does use micro SD, so I'll be able to pop that in because I am editing this video on our Galaxy Book 4 Ultra. And along the back, absolutely nothing but that hinge, and then there's ventilation on the back here. Down at the bottom, you've got grips in all four corners, more ventilation, you'll see a fan there. And make note, these grips do have little stickers on them, so peel those off to get a little bit more grip out of it. And just another look at the two speakers, and you'll see sound by AKG. Now, I'm gonna run through the startup process, talk about anything noteworthy, and I have to say, this trackpad is massive, and why not? You have all this real estate down here, might as well make it larger, and I love it because then you could be a little bit more precise. Also notice something a little bit different you might start seeing more common on keyboards going forward. Like I mentioned, that power button does have a fingerprint scanner built into it, so we will go ahead and set that up very quickly. That was very quick and easy. All right, we are all set up and ready to go. We've got some apps pre-installed, Luminar Neo AI photo editor, some Samsung ones. We'll dive into those in just a second. And here is a first look at that gorgeous 16-inch dynamic AMOLED display. You can tell by the blacks that it is an AMOLED. So this display has a 3K resolution and uses Samsung's dynamic AMOLED 2X, which means it can get up to 120 Hz refresh rate. Something really exciting about these is it uses Samsung's anti-reflective display technology, similar to what they have on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. And yes, obviously it's going to still reflect these really bright lights, but this is very muted compared to other laptops. We'll actually compare that in just a second, but for now I'd like to go jump into display settings and show off the resolution 2880 by 1800 out of the box. And then if I go down to advanced display, out of the box, it's 60 hertz or 120 hertz. So it's set to that dynamic refresh rate. It'll change depending on the content that's shown. You can force 60 hertz. You can even force 120 hertz to make sure it's always as smooth. Obviously, that's going to use a little bit more battery life though. And as a test to show off that new anti-glare, on the left is the new Book 4 Ultra, and on the right's the Book 3. So there's just a quick look at the difference. You see, I have the same wallpaper, everything. Just look, it's cut down the middle, that light I have right behind the camera here. And you'll notice just such a huge difference in the reflection. And one more quick look as we go from one to the other. Just check out that difference right there. It's actually really crazy and a very welcome addition to the Samsung's phones and laptops. Oh, and I didn't mention this is also a full touch screen as well. So first things first, going to get some things installed, but while we do that, I'm going to let's check out the keyboard. On the left side, you'll see that Intel Evo edition. The keyboard itself isn't raised up very high, so there's not a ton of travel to those keys. Moving along on the right side, you'll notice there is a number pad, which I love that they include, especially when you have that much real estate on the keyboard. And as always, a quick typing test. So again, short travel, and the keys are fairly quiet when typing on them overall, and some nice pressure though, a good feedback when you do press it in and it bounces back. Pressing that new button on the keyboard is actually the CoPilot button, which will open up Microsoft's CoPilot, which is their AI chat assistant where you can ask it a ton of different things. I actually asked it how many subscribers I had, and it said 155 million. So, you know, we're kind of close to that, right? But it is nice to have at your fingertips if maybe you're trying to draft a quick email or you're looking for some information on something. It's an overlay and it will pop up over on top of applications. Now, before we get into the video editing, let's do some gaming. I'm gonna play a few different games to show off the frames per second that you get with Fortnite here. The full resolution at 120 frames per second, and I just set it to medium. You can really mess with these and get a higher FPS within games, but I don't want to mess with it, so you know it's just stock medium. But let's go ahead and jump into a game. All right, so I am landing now, and generally FPS is going to be lower as I'm flying through the air, and it seems like as I land, I'm getting around 120 frames per second, pretty stable. You can see it right up there, and that is a really good sign, and what I expected, you know, out of medium settings with this specific GPU as well, that RTX 4070 GPU. Let's see if we can get into a quick fight. All right, well, that was not who I expected to fight, but that works. There's a couple guys. And there we go. So very happy again at medium settings. You can even bump it down to a lower resolution and get even higher frames, but you know, you have a 120 hertz monitor, so what's the point? So I would stick to trying to find your sweet spot at 120 frames per second with Fortnite. All right, next is one of my favorites, Rocket League here. And I mean, if Fortnite can run at 120 frames per second, full resolution, at those medium settings, Rocket League should have absolutely no problem capping out there at 120 frames a second, which it's doing, which is good to see, which, you know, pretty much means that you can run just about any game whatsoever on this in, you know, solid resolution and frames. Now, unfortunately, EA's servers are down right now. I was going to try Apex Legends, but their servers are down, so I don't know if I'll have time to really test that game out. But as you can see, especially the Fortnite test, I feel like that's a pretty big one because that game is somewhat pretty intensive overall. All right, so diving into DaVinci Resolve now, where I've been editing this video that you're watching now. It's at about the 6-minute mark. I still have more to add. I still have to add some of the gaming and such, but I wanted to show you just a quick clip. Here's our typing test here, and I did have to up the audio, and then over here, let's just kind of scroll through, and you'll see it does a good job. It's nice and smooth. I was actually pretty pleased with the editing. This is plugged in high performance mode, so the fan is running, which is not a problem. That's expected. But again, this works just fine for, you know, editing video. I'm not doing anything crazy intensive. I'm not editing, you know, a full movie or anything, but you'll see it's working just fine. But now, again, 6 minutes, I'm going to render this, and we'll see how long it takes. Here's the official render, H.264, 4K resolution, 6 minutes, 2 seconds, 29.97 frames per second. If I hit export, let's throw it in the documents, and I hit save. And I actually am going to start a stopwatch. It'll actually tell me the time. So it says about under 5 minutes remaining, which is really good, actually. I'm pretty impressed with that time. It lets me know the render speed between 40 and 45 frames per second. So I'm gonna let this run. It's already estimating 4 minutes, 15 seconds. And time, render completed at about 5.5 minutes. I'm switching cameras here because my other one's SD card's about to run out of storage. But as you can see, 5.5 minutes, under 6 minutes for a 6-minute video is really impressive. So the Galaxy Book 4 Ultra is more than capable of doing some video editing for me, and obviously photo editing as well. I'm really pleased with the performance and power of this laptop. And last but not least, I want to talk about some of these Samsung apps with the Galaxy Book experience overall. First of all, they do have a video editor in case you don't want to use DaVinci or any other apps. But Live Wallpaper, they have their Gallery, their Notes app, which is great. Quick Search, Samsung Studio, that's that editor I was talking about. Multi-Control, which you can control multiple devices. All right, and as a quick test, it recognized it right away. It connected to my phone. It has it on the right side here, which you can edit. And you'll notice here, now the mouse is on my screen. You might not be able to see it, but if I go into the Google folder, I'm obviously not touching my screen. I can even use gestures to go back and forth between different pages. I could even open up the camera app and let's snap just a quick picture there. There we go. Swipe up to go home. This is all with my trackpad on my laptop. If you want to move it, you can do so. It even knows the wallpaper I have. It's just so convenient. I love Samsung's ecosystem with their laptops and even their tablets and phones combined. They've even got their live wallpapers that are dynamic and can change, and they're actually really nice. There's a bunch of different themes. Such as nature, which I just applied there. So as you can see, just looks really nice, and I have it changing every minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you decide. So anyways, that is it from me on the flagship laptop from Samsung, the Galaxy Book 4 Ultra. I hope you enjoyed the video, a lot more to come. If you have any questions, anything like that, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe, a lot more videos coming. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.